legit. Anything you want.
Ethereum 2.0 pre-release kicks off relatively feature-complete. Ethereum ETH has launched its first pre-release for Phase 0 of the network's evolving transition to Ethereum 2.0, according to new post published on Ethereum's GitHub on January 31st. The post notes that his marks the first release in a series of weekly releases through February 2019. Phase 0 inches v0.1 is relatively feature-complete and approaching stable. Ethereum 2.0, also known as Serenity, is planned to be the system's final upgrade, as the entire network transitions from a proof-of-work POW to a proof-of-stake POS consensus algorithm, and tackles fundamental questions such as scalability, economic finality and security. Serenity thus represents the last in a series of R stages out in the platform's roadmap. At present, the network is in its third stage Metropolis that consists of two system-wide hard forks, Bosanium and Constantinople, designed to pave the way to Ethereum 2.0. The latter was notably recently delayed due to a vulnerability issue detected in January. Commenting on today's first pre-release for Serenity, Ethereum co-founder Vitalik suggested T was basically feature-complete for Casper. As reported, Casper FFG, which stands for Casper the Friendly Finality Gadget, was first published in October 2017, as a POS-POW hybrid consensus model designed to provide stronger economic finality and security. Other POS solutions planned for Ethereum 2.0 notably include the hard scalability feature, which split-ups transaction processing between smaller groups of nodes to increase the blockchain's total throughput. Alongside Ethereum 2.0's first pre-release, a new testnet dubbed Orly went live yesterday, and will serve to trial a key sharding client for Serenity, known as RISM. For developers, a testnet provides a simulated version of the primary network that allows them to try out smart contracts or upgrades without having to pay as computation fees for their execution. Orly, an open-source, community-built initiative, will reportedly be instrumental in cinching other major Ethereum clients such as Parity, Geth, Nethermind, Pantheon and Ethereum. As reported, the vulnerability that was found in the Constantinople hard fork last month was one that could have allowed for re-entrancy attacks via the use of certain commands in ETH smart contracts. The critical issue was first detected by smart contract audit firm Chain Security. Crypto pundit: Ethereum ETH is assumed to be centralized. Ethereum ETH is arguably centralized. On January 4, Preston Byrne, an attorney at Bryan & Storm that is enamored with blockchain technology, took to Twitter to mention his thoughts on Ethereum ETH, likely in the context of the then impending Constantinople hard fork, which was essentially delayed due to security qualms. Byrne joked that the popular blockchain is more centralized than the core of a neutron store falling into the event horizon of a black hole, accentuating his true thoughts on Ethereum. The British solicitor, who founded the first open-source permission blockchain client, Monex, wasn't done though, as he added that the aforementioned black hole was situated to the center of the ultra-dense galaxy M85 HCC1, run by Apple Labs. Although Bryan made use of creative license to write his tweet, his point that the world-renowned blockchain, dubbed a decentralized world computer, is centralized was made clear. Bryan broke down his reasoning behind this comment via post and his personal blog. Bryan first noted that while he cannot conclusively conclude that Ethereum is centralized, there are a number of red flags that point towards immense centralization within the ecosystem. The Brit laid out 4 points, which he believes indicates that ETH is centralized. First, he brought attention to Ether, noting that the founder ICO Preming looks suspicious as hell, drawing attention to the centralization of wealth that befell the ecosystem. Bryan even noted that the mass of ICO hodlers, many of which have continued to abstaining from liquidating their positions, have the ability to rash the currency. Then, the attorney noted that Ethereum nodes accentuate centralization, remarking how centralized services providers, especially Onsen SYS-back and FURA and upstart promoting scalable blockchain infrastructure, exercise outsized influence over node infrastructure. More specifically, the lack of scaling solutions by the way of Infura and similar projects have curbed the node subsector. Then, Brian noted that there is a lack of Ethereum clients, as Geth and Arity currently dominate the ecosystem. Lastly, in reference to the Constantinople debacle, Brian stated that the fact that Ethereum's core developers had the authority to make notable changes on a moment's notice is questionable. Brian's post sparks Twitter discussion as Brian ended it in his post. His centralization quip quickly drew a lot of flack from an array of crypto commentators, analysts, and insiders from across the globe. Tech entrepreneur Mike Dudas, the chief executive and founder of The Block, revealed that while he is fond of Burn, the centralized take was unconvincing. Burn responded by noting that the broader blockchain ecosystem wouldn't take Ethereum's ecosystem boosters at their word, even the 3 or 4 red flags of centralization. Yet, there were still others who responded to Burn's primer on Ethereum's centralization with cynicism and hate. Michael Sullivan, a pro-blockchain pragmatic fringe technologist, noted that at its core, decentralized tech ever guarantees pure, unbridled decentralization, but a seesaw balancing act dichotomy between the two states of central control and distributed consensus. Tarush, an 18-year-old Solidity programmer that is a fan of cryptoeconomics, noted that nodes aren't, in fact, hard to spin up, touching on Geth's improvements over recent years. Kildasad noted that most cryptocurrencies are centralized on some level, including Bitcoin. Jahan seemingly of blockchain upstart Althea, a project that promotes a faster, cheaper, decentralized internet, noted that running full nodes isn't hard, but noted that the priming does look questionable. Anyhow, the bottom line is that Burn's eye-opening post garnered flack and support, and may become a talking point regarding Ethereum in the months that follow.